Welcome back to CryptosRus. I am George. We're all George. So what a way to start October. Uptober is here and Bitcoin is above $28,000. So what can we anticipate in October? How high is Bitcoin going to go? And let's talk about everything else that's going on in the world today. All right, let's do this. Welcome, guys. As you guys may have picked up, I'm not fully recovered, although my voice is sounding a little bit better than Saturday. And I could tell you guys more about my adventures in Q&A. But let's just jump right into it. The market bell has just rung. But right now, Bitcoin does not care about U.S. markets. Bitcoin continues to go up. You can see that sudden jump. The very first day of October, Bitcoin jumped from 27,000 above 28,000, and we continue to go higher. This is Uptober, right? October is the most bullish month for Bitcoin, and we just had a massive pump upwards. And like I said, right now, Bitcoin does not care about U.S. markets. U.S. markets are in the red today, and there's still a lot of fear about what's going to happen. Are we going to fall into deeper recession? Is there going to be another rate hike? In fact, Powell and all his buddies are talking this week. I mean, look at how many speeches there are. There's no need for every single FOMC governor and president to be speaking. But Powell is speaking today in less than 2 hours. Then you got Harker, Ball, Bostic, Bowman, Goldsby, Daly, and Waller. Why do you need every single FOMC member to be talking? I don't know why. It's irrelevant. Powell's the only one that anyone should listen to. He is making the final decision. Everyone else, you know, they have their own opinions, whether or not we're too hawkish or not hawkish enough. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point, right? But right now, you know, there's some fear in the market, probably because they're afraid Powell's going to be hawkish. But regardless, Bitcoin continues to go upwards, okay? So that is what's happening right now. And because of the sudden pump, it's a huge pump, we had about $71 million worth of shorts liquidated, okay? And we will see more of this. We will definitely see more short squeezes as Bitcoin goes higher because there are still a lot of naysayers and shorters out there. I don't know. I've been warning people against this. If you're going to play with leverage, be careful with it. But people that are shorting Bitcoin at this point are just looking to lose their money, okay? Just basically wasting money because, you know, Bitcoin, this is the time when Bitcoin starts going up, right? The last few months of every year, it's usually a very good time, Santa rally. But regardless, we have so many things to look forward to in 2024. Why would you be shorting Bitcoin right now? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You're dumping money away, like kind of how I did in Miami. Again, I'll tell you more about that later. But, you know, that's what's happening right now, right? And I told you guys, October is the most bullish month of the year for Bitcoin, right? You got a lot of greens. I know this is a little small, but you could see that, yeah, we had like, you know, 40% gains before, double-digit gains before. October is just a really good month, okay? So even though in the past we have broken the trend. For example, September was supposed to be a very bad month for Bitcoin, and we didn't go into the negative. It was a positive. We ended September in plus 4%, right? So that, that was fantastic. But that's because we were coming off 2 bad months. July and August were bad. So it makes sense, right? But it also makes sense that this October is just going to be as bullish as all the previous Octobers because of the Santa rally effect, and also because we have Bitcoin spot ETFs waiting to be approved and the halving event coming up that's really close, less than 6 months away now, right? And everything else that's going on, right? So why would you short Bitcoin? Anyways, it doesn't matter. The shorters are helping drive Bitcoin up right now, right? Because of the short squeezes. Who knows? Are we going to get 30,000 by the end of this month? We'll see. We'll see. Right? So right now, like I said, Bitcoin does not care about U.S. markets. It's outperforming the Nasdaq S&P and for this year, and you go all the way back to August 2020. Someone likes to remind you guys that he made the right decision, right? Who is that? Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor, he made a decision to go all in on Bitcoin, right? Even though his cost average is still higher than what Bitcoin's price now is, but had he bought anything else, bonds, silver, gold, had he threw all his money into NASDAQ or S&P 500, he would be way down compared to his Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the winner, okay? It's how you win in life. It's how you win with preserving your wealth. And Michael Saylor figured that out right before everything started going higher, right? And right now, Bitcoin has decoupled away from S&P and NASDAQ, and it's just doing its own thing because it's not a stock. It's not a tech stock. You can't treat it like a tech stock, okay? Because it isn't one. It's digital gold, but so much better than gold, right? So I think people get that confused. A lot of Wall Street get that confused. You know, that's why you see this correlation with, you know, equities and Bitcoin sometimes, because they tend to buy and sell both at the same time. But that's because they don't understand. People that do understand, long-term holders like you guys, and now the big institutions, they're starting to realize, okay, we can't treat it that way. That's stupid. Why would we want to trade this thing when it's so scarce and so valuable? The strategy is to just buy and hold as much as you can. Why would you want to trade this, right? There's only so much out there, and it's getting more and more scarce every single day, right? So now, crypto expert, what am I? You don't know. You know what aggravates me? Like all these, you know, publications, they'll quote other people as crypto experts, like random people on Twitter and stuff. Not one of them have ever quoted me as a crypto expert and what I've said. I don't know why. They're like biased against me or something. What did I say? I've been saying this since the beginning of the year. I'd be happy to see Bitcoin being at 35,000 to 40,000 by the end of the year. I think that's very reasonable, and I still think we could get there, right? I've been saying that since like January. Not one person quoted it, and then, you know, you got all these guys that's quoting like random people on Twitter that no one knows about, right? What's the deal with that? CoinDesk, Cointelegraph, you know, Daily Hodl, all these guys. They'll quote everyone else except me. There's like a bias against me. Even though I like to say I think I've been the most consistent out of anyone out there, right? I don't FUD. I don't go up and down. I'm always bullish because I truly understand what Bitcoin is all about. All these other guys, they're just reading lines. That's really it, okay? I'm kind of like Robert Kiyosaki in a way where I understand you want to buy Bitcoin, right? You don't want hyperinflation to take your buying power, to rob you of your buying power, right? So listen to this. Many people think hyperinflation means prices are going up. Well, it does. Prices do go up, but at an unsustainable rate. Okay, hyperinflation means purchasing power of your money is going down. Yes. So if you're holding large amounts of money, or even not large amounts of money, even small amounts of money, what you could purchase with that goes down because of inflation, hyperinflation. So that's why you need to hold assets that can outperform inflation, okay? Unfortunately, gold and silver do not. So that's why I don't recommend buying gold and silver, because they're still at the same price like 20 years ago. Bitcoin, however, has gone up 1,000,000% within the last 10 years and will continue to go up and up and up because it's the scarcest asset we have and most decentralized asset we have, right? That's not going to change ever. So that's why you want to buy something that's scarce. You don't want to trade it. You certainly don't want to short it. You want to buy and hodl, and that's really the end game, okay? That's what you do. All right. Man, I said a lot there. All right, without coughing. All right, what else is there? Let's look at some charts. Let's look at some of those lines. Well, according to Mustache, right, this is what he predicted, that, yeah, Uptober is already planned, right? You have these wedges, sometimes channels, right? Bitcoin breaks below and then pumps right back up, right? It does look very similar, yes, to previous cycles, although all cycles are not exactly the same, but they tend to, have similar, I don't know, movements, right? Here's another one that's actually very uncanny, but also shows the similarities. This one is using angles, okay? You can actually measure the angles of recovery and angles of the parabolic run. So you can see the parabolic runs in these previous cycles, the candles went up 71%, okay? And in recovery from bottom, it was about 39%. So this guy, hopefully he's drawing his angles right, but it looks very similar. Our recovery from our current bottom, 15,000, up to where we are now, 28,000, has been moving at 39%, just like in 2020, when we recovered from 3,800 all the way back to 10,000, right? And then what happened afterwards? We went up at a 71% angle, and we're going to do that in 2024. Watch out. Watch out. I don't know where Bitcoin is going to end this year, but I think 35,000, 40,000 is very reasonable. And if we build upon that in 2024, we might end 2024 at 100,000. We'll break through our previous high for sure, I think, in 2024. And then 2025 is when we go from 100,000 to who knows, 150, 200, 250,000 by the end of 2025. It's about to start. Your patience is going to get rewarded. This is why we DCA and HODL and accumulate, right? While things are low and scary, everyone else gets out. And they may laugh at you, right? But when things go up, that's when the FOMO train starts. And that's when they stop laughing at you and they start asking you for your advice. Should I get in now? Should I buy some Bitcoin? Should I buy in Pepe? Should I buy in some sheep? Right? You don't want to be part of the herd. You want to be a leader, right? You want to go against the herd sometimes. So that's coming. That's definitely coming. As for the number of HODL coins, just, like expected, just skyrocketing, right? Retail investors, long-term holders will continue to HODL and DCA. And now we're starting to see institutions come in. Institutions like BlackRock and Fidelity and Vanguard, they're purchasing up what they can right now because they're playing catch-up. But they have enormous amount of money too, right? So they could catch up really, really quick. And they could overtake one day what the retail investors have. So that's why you don't want to let them take all of your Bitcoin away. Again, there's only going to be 21 million ever. 19.8 million has been mined out. There's less than 2 million that will be released in the next 100 years. Think about that, okay? So everything that exists out there is basically what's out there. And if they are buying billions in the OTC market, there's only so much before the exchanges run out. You don't want to wait for that day because when you try to buy Bitcoin, when there's very little left on exchanges, it's going to be like over 500,000. It's going to be at like $700 or $1 million each. And you don't want to wait for that. You want to buy now when things are low. And, it's all relative, right? When I say low, we're at 28,000. Yes, it's low compared to the previous high, 69,000. But it's not low compared to the 3,000 that Bitcoin was at in 2020, right? A lot of you guys took advantage. But in my opinion, we'll never see those days again. We'll never see Bitcoin below 4,000 at 3,000 again, right? In the future, when we go up to 250,000, we come back down maybe to 50 or 60,000, we'll say the same thing. Well, I'll say the same thing. We'll never be at 15,000 again. Will we be at 28,000 again? I don't know. Maybe not. It's one of those things, just like real estate. Once the time has passed and you lost your opportunity, you're never going to get it back again, right? You'll never be able to buy a city block in Manhattan, for example. Like, that's just impossible, right? But, in the 1900s when it was farmland, yeah, you could buy it for nothing. But now you're buying it, you probably pay $1 trillion for a city block. It's just not going to happen, right? It's just going to be the same thing with Bitcoin. And it's not just Bitcoin, Ethereum. So starting today, actually, today you have Ethereum futures ETF. It starts today. Van Eyck's Ethereum strategy ETF. So I guess the SEC just said, screw it. So you're going to have like 10 different Ethereum futures ETFs being released. There's going to be a massive amount, right? But what's important is the Ethereum spot ETF, and there are applications for it already. There's really no reason why the SEC should deny Ethereum spot ETFs either, because it's a commodity. It's not a security, right? So it should be allowed. But again, I'm thinking Gary Gensler will do the same thing and just delay everything as much as possible. But he can only do so much. Bitcoin spot ETFs will be approved. At this point in time, it will be approved. I'm hearing a lot of rumors, okay? I'll just say sources, even though I don't have any sources. But I'm hearing through the grapevine that Gary Gensler is preparing for his next move because he knows he's not going to be around for a long time, okay? And what is his next move? Is to approve Bitcoin spot ETFs, okay, for Big Daddy, which is BlackRock, and then he's going to get a nice cushy job at BlackRock afterwards. So it's kind of like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. That's what I'm hearing. And if you think about it, it makes a whole lot of sense. All these SEC chairmen or U.S. Treasury secretaries or whatever, all these important jobs, what happens after they step down? They get hired by some big corporation, and they're given millions of dollars just to sit there and look pretty and really not do anything, right? So I think that rumor is actually true, that Gary is going to approve spot Bitcoin ETFs, basically step down or get removed before the next election, and then you're going to hear about him getting a nice cushy job at BlackRock. I think that's really credible, and you heard it here first. I don't know if you heard it here first. I heard it through other people, so, but that's very credible. I think that's going to happen. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. Outside that, UBS taps into Ethereum to pilot tokenized money. It's not just them. Visa, MasterCard, everyone else is trying to tap into decentralized network like Ethereum for tokenized things, okay? Whether it's settlements or fund or real estate or whatever, tokenization is definitely going to be a big part of everyone's future and, a big part of Web3 future. So everyone's trying to jump in right now, right? And then a couple other things. Solana, a lot of people are very pumped up that Solana is pumping right now, so that's good. Is there any reason for it? Not really. Their TVL goes up a little bit because the price is going up. It makes sense, right? So what's causing Solana to go up? Maybe people are like, there's a lot of Solana fans. I'll just say that. There are a lot of Solana fans. They're not as hardcore as Cardano fans, but there are a lot of Solana fans. So, they're DCAing, basically. That's what I'm guessing, right? And that's despite the fact right now you have a lot of FTX stuff happening. FTX is moving their assets away, maybe getting ready to liquidate them. And then you have an FTX hacker that holds $300 million in crypto suddenly moves. Who is this hacker? It's probably SBF, right? Like, who else would it be? It's someone from the inside, right? 300 million, suddenly moving. The thing is, everyone is tracking it already. Arkham is tracking the wallets. So how are they going to cash out? It's probably impossible, right, for SBF or whoever to cash this out. So, yeah, so my point is this. A lot of fans, despite all the fun around FTX and SBF and the possible dumping that could be coming, so a lot of fans are strong, and they continue to HODL and DCA, and that's what you want to see from a community, right? Overall, that's good. And Bitcoin continues to go up, 28.4 right now. It's looking good. We might be right back to 30,000 in no time. I know we were just there. We kind of lost some excitement when we came back down, but we're getting back there. And Uptober is here. So it could be a very, very solid month. And let's not forget, after Uptober, November, December, again, traditionally very bullish months, especially when coming off of a bottom, right? Now, if you're saying November, December, coming off from top, yeah, it's not so good. But coming off from bottom, traditionally very, very good months too. So there's a lot to look forward to. All right, let's do some Q&A. Yeah, today market is not doing too good today. Nasdaq is up, but overall market is down. Powell's gonna be speaking in a couple hours. People are still scared. Tesla didn't report their deliveries was not good. But you know what? Bitcoin does not matter. I mean, does not care. Bitcoin will continue to go up. All right. I don't know if you guys can feel the excitement despite the fact that I have a very raspy voice, but today's an exciting day. You guys should be excited, right? We haven't seen a lot of greens recently. A lot of reds. When the green comes back, that's when it gets exciting, of course. Stating the obvious. All right, let's see here. Skipping Stones, I appreciate that. Union Crypto, I appreciate it. Rigo, appreciate that. Drink some tea, sound horrible. Yep. A little too much going on. Let's see here. Don't ruin your credibility by making up bogus gold, silver facts. No, I'm not. Okay, let's look at a gold chart right here. People hate it when I do this, but like I'm not making stuff up. Oh, this is not dollars. I gotta see in dollars. Gold is at 1,800. I mean, how do I go back here for like? This one doesn't allow me to change the timeline, but if I change the timeline, go back like 10, 15 years, it's still 1,800. I know there are a lot of people that are holding gold and they will hold gold forever, and that's fine, right? But gold to me is like the stable coin of markets now. If you want to cash out of your tech stocks, you don't know where to put it, you put it in gold. But if you're looking for an investment that's going to get you the max returns year over year, that's not gold or silver. That's Bitcoin. Bitcoin's annualized return is 144% per year if you average it out over the last 12 years. You average out gold's performance the last 12 years, it's like 1% or less than 1%. All right, so I'm not spreading FUD about gold or silver. That's just facts. You just watch Man versus Machine. Gary's going to get a cushy job at BlackRock or Vanguard, one of these big asset manager companies. Strap on, okay? Everyone needs to strap on. Scott, I kind of expected them last week, but I guess it's good that we didn't see it. Uh, hey, super chats look different now. At MCT, do you think all the Bitcoin will get bought up in the next 2 years? I don't think we're gonna see all of it get bought up in the next 2 years, but we're gonna see a lot of it. I don't have exchange reserves chart with me, but you know I show them a lot. It just keeps doing this, right? In the next 2 years, we're gonna see it just keep diving and diving and diving. Hey, Rich, gifted 1 CRU membership. Thank you, Rich. Did I watch the Creator movie? That sounds familiar. I did watch a lot of those religious movies. I don't remember if I watched the Creator. Is a new channel out? Yes. There'll be another one. See, I did a big thing about CRU Plus at Cypherpunk. There's more panel stuff that I want to put out if I get the videos. But yeah, CRU Plus is out already. Josh has made 2 videos, Joshua Jake, and the third one's coming out. Still waiting for the one from Blockchain Boy. And I'm still talking to a few other hosts that may be coming in. But Joshua's killing it. His videos are outstanding. CryptosRus Plus. So you guys should check it out. You know, I'm going to put a lot of effort into growing this. In a bull market, this is going to take off like crazy, right? So check it out. And then the third one is either coming out later today or tomorrow. But the link is in the description. How often do you drop videos on my drivers only channel? Like I used to do it once a week, but I've been more lazy recently. So I just dropped one. The GLC 300 just yesterday. But I've been running drivers only almost as long as I've been running CryptosRus. But car market still kind of sucks. I used to get like 200,000-300,000 views, you know, for every car review. But now the market just sucks. So look at this one. Just how to change a battery in the key fob is 1.7 million views. This Raptor is 1.3 million views. This 4Runner TRD Pro 732,000 views. Right? So this channel was doing really good like 2-3 years ago, but slowed down a lot. So that's why I started not doing as many car reviews. Have you seen Dumb Money? No, I have not. You know, I don't. I was actually talking to Matt Kors. His channel blew up when talking about the GameStop stuff. I'm probably gonna do an interview with him soon. Oh man, look at this. Bitcoin is still on the rise. Still looking to go higher. Lillard to the Bucks. That's kind of crazy. They got him for like next to nothing. I don't know if Middleton is still there. Middleton is still there because Middleton was the closer, not Giannis. If he's still there, and then they got Lillard and Giannis, it's an unstoppable team basically. The creators about robots? Then no, I have not. How many cars and Bitcoins do I own? Let's just say a lot. Okay. I don't have that many cars, although I have a lot of targets that I want to purchase, but they're all over MSRP, and I don't want to pay anything over MSRP. Okay. Yeah, dumping Drew Holiday to get Lillard is like that's like the best trade ever. Middleton is damn good. People don't recognize how good he is, especially in crunch time. Lillard, I don't know. He sometimes he's good in crunch time. Sometimes he fades away. He's kind of a small guy. But yeah, with those three, that's kind of like an unstoppable combination. Oh man. 28.5. I feel like we're just going to get more and more liquidations soon. We're going to get another big pump, and then we're going to get like another like 50 million liquidated. I have tested the EQS SUV. I will say that the Mercedes EQS SUV is the most comfortable SUV I've ever tested in my life. It is so good to drive. It is fabulous. But the range and power is decent, not class leading, but in terms of comfort level, you can't get better than that car. I have not tested a Cullinan, a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, which people say is super, super nice, but I can't imagine it being better than a EQS. That SUV is so comfortable, so quiet. It's plenty fast, plenty of room. What coin made you the most money last bull market? I honestly can't tell you. They kind of like all, you know, they all went up a lot, and then they went down a lot. And the one that probably is Bitcoin, because I've been holding. It's probably Bitcoin. I have not taken the time to calculate it. Can he do a BitBoy collab? He needs a pal. No, he does not. Well, I am a pal, first of all. I told you guys I supported him. I reached out to him before, talked to him a few times. But he seems like, you know, he's doing well. He got, I was hanging out with J Chains, you know, this past week. He's going to be joining him. AJ's there. And they're starting a new network today. So I think he's doing really well. The thing is, I don't know. He started like selling off all this stuff on his Twitter. So that's kind of weird. Not kind of weird, but you figure, you know, probably should have done that before asking for donations first. But I don't think he sold his Demon yet. That car is actually a collector's car. You know, it's not just a normal Challenger. Demon is a very limited car. So that might be worth holding on to for long term. How much is car insurance for all these cars? You know what? It's a lot less than you think. My Ferrari's 6 months premium is the same as my Tesla. It's like $450 for 6 months, something like that. It's not as insane as you think. You would think like a Ferrari would be like $5,000 a year. No, it's under $1,000 because it's not a daily driven car. And they know that. If you put it like, so you're driving less than 1,000 miles a month, a year, or 5,000 or whatever I put. And that, you know, it's not as much as you think. Cream Elixir Studios, thank you. It was a nice place. I gotta give Scott Dabitola, who's in here, all the credit for finding the venue. It was a good venue. It was a very good venue. We had some good speakers. You know, we had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. $10K challenge. Is it me or super hard to figure out the TikTok phrase the past few weeks? Sean, I don't know. I don't know if anyone's even playing that. I hope so. I gotta ask my guy to see how hard it's been. But You know, the whole point of the 10K challenge is to get people to watch my TikTok videos and be more educated. But I don't know how many people are playing it. Right here. Everyone should go play that. Right? You want to win some free money by the end of the year, why would you not? All you have to do is watch my videos and also just subscribe to my socials. It's really simple. And no, you don't have to send me ETH. It's just a, you know, a way to spur up more demand for my socials. That's it. Who's moving good today? Toncoin is going down. They got pumped up way too much before. So Bitcoin is actually leading away with almost 5% today. Chainlink all of a sudden moved negative. No idea why. Today's definitely a Bitcoin day. Most alts are not moving. It's a Bitcoin day, right? So Bitcoin dominance probably went up 48.8%, a little bit higher. You would figure it should be an Ethereum day because Ethereum ETFs came out. But no, it's a Bitcoin day. You know what? Resonance Kinetics, 75% dark cacao, dark chocolate, 7 grams a day, doubles the production of stem cells. I've been hearing nothing but good things about dark chocolate, and I actually purchased them. I didn't know you had to eat 7 grams. I don't know how much 7 grams is, but 7, you know, dark chocolate to me tastes horrible. I hate dark chocolate, but I might start eating it because I've been hearing a lot about how good it is for you. If we get past 30K in the coming weeks, I'll be extra bullish. Love to hear that, or love to see that, I should say. I missed Doug, member of 5 months. Happy Pumpoween month. I think Uptober sounds better. Just stick with Uptober. Can you turn it into a chocolate drink? I mean, yeah, you could mix it with milk or something, but I don't know if you bake it into cookies or something, but then you're just adding extra calories. You know, it just overall it sucks to be in your 40s. You know, I've been cutting what I'm eating, watching what I'm eating, been exercising more. When I did this in my 20s and 30s, my weight just started dropping like crazy. Right now, it's just not moving at all. It is so frustrating. And recovery time from, you know, going out and partying is way worse. You know, overall, it just sucks getting old. Most of you guys can relate. It sucks to get old. At MCT, do you think alts like Solana, Cardano, Atom, and others will have another leg up after the main bull market? Yes. Yes. I think I at MCT, I always find your questions are too specific. Like the answer is yes, and then, you know, and then you ask once ETH transaction fees break 2K. That has nothing to do with anything. Solana, Cardano, Atom will go up because people are FOMOing when the markets are going up in a bull market, right? It's that simple. ETH fees will probably go up because people are FOMOing and buying NFTs and stuff and trading more. But that's not the causation, right, for why Cardano and Solana and Atom will go up. Your questions are too specific. Yeah, the good thing is I don't really look 40s, although some people think I do. I think most people still guess I'm mid-30s, right? Most people will guess I'm younger than Charles Hoskinson for sure, because he, you know, he dresses and talks and acts like a 50-year-old. But I'm way older than Charles. Tesla stock. You see it doing 5x by 2030 with Optimus robots and AI tech. I'm not hopeful for their robots. Okay, robots are overstated at this point. They're just not as good as humans. And even if they are, the problem with robots are battery tech. Our battery tech is just not good enough to sustain them like how we imagine, in movies like iRobots or something. We don't have a nuclear generated battery for these robots. So they're always going to be tethered, and the ones that are not are very limited in what they could do. But AI is definitely the future. Tesla AI could be crazy, right? Still waiting for FSD to finish. I'm older than Ben by a couple years, I think. Yeah. So we're about the same age, but I'm a little bit older than Ben. Gaia, the project you talked about long ago, they released their game, actually pretty good graphics. Man, I did not. I have not talked to them for like 2+ years because they said they were working on it. I had no clue that they actually finished. There are some creators moving towards using AI to replace them. Do you think YouTube will be overrun with AI? Yes, that is definitely going to happen. I would love to use AI and replace myself. So, when I retire in 2026, I may just get an AI equivalent of myself and still do these streams. And you guys won't know. I would love to use it. Why not? Why not? Don, I'm glad you're still here. 73, you're still learning about Bitcoin. Congratulations. It's never too old to get into Bitcoin. I met someone at Cypherpunk too. I don't know if he was 70s, but he was in his 60s, older gentleman. And he's like, I'm probably not going to benefit the most from Bitcoin gains. My sons and grandkids will. And there's nothing wrong with that. But, keep in mind, these 4-year cycles are only 4 years. So 2 more cycles, only 8 years. 8 years, Bitcoin could be at $1 million. So that's not too long to wait for $1 million plus Bitcoin. How much time will AI save you? I don't know. I don't know. I have a small team, so I don't have a crazy amount of people like Ran or Hit Network. They have like 40+ people, right? I have a small team. We're very efficient. They send me some of these updates. I put them together, and it doesn't take that much time. But I do spend a lot of time talking with the team, figuring out next steps, stuff like that. So I don't know how much time would actually save. But I know I spend probably the least amount of time, working on thumbnails and topics and stuff versus the other guys because I'm just that much better than they are. Yeah, I know Rand's life mission is to surpass me in subs. I have talked to, Sheldon, Miles, the other guy, I forgot his name. I've talked to all his hosts. I'm talking to an ex-producer of his right now. Rand's like mission is to like study me and study what I do and try to improve upon it and beat me. That's like his life mission. And he's done very well. His channel is growing faster than mine. I'm sure he will surpass me maybe in 2024. But you know, it's okay. I don't have to be the biggest. I don't. It's fine if he does it, right? He'll do his thing. You know, he wants to sell his channel eventually for like $1 billion. I'm not looking for the same thing. You know, he is. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to expand. My Clips channel is doing very well. And I think CRU Plus will do very well too. Do you think it's time, Jolama says, do you think it's time to start looking at building positions in smaller caps? You know, I still think there's nothing wrong with small caps, but they still have not moved if you paid attention, right? They really haven't. Mid caps start moving, and then the large caps, of course, have, right? So I think it's okay to hold some in small caps, but you might feel left out because you're going to see Bitcoin and big caps keep moving and your small caps not. So I would say it's okay, but don't go too heavy into it yet. It's just not, it's not FOMO season yet. Those small micro caps, they move during FOMO season when people have made so much money, they don't know where to put their money in. So they start, you know, putting into smaller caps. So just keep that in mind. You and Da Vinci are the biggest by waist circumference. Yeah, you know who has us beat, though? I'd say there's one guy that was on stage with me that has me beat. But it's, yes, I agree with you. I reckon I see that. It's hard to get rid of the stomach. Why isn't she moving? I don't know, actually. You know, the thing with meme coins is I've made this argument before with others that have come up in this space. When I talked to the SNEC team, I told them this too, because they started, you know, telling me like all the plans they were going to do, like all the things that they're going to do, right? When meme coins stop being a meme coin, that's usually when they lose their momentum, unfortunately. You know, SHIB was a pure meme coin, right? And then they started building things because they didn't know what to do, right, with all that money. So they started building their decks. They came out their NFT collection. They came out their L2 now, right? But that has not helped them one bit in terms of pumping up the price. Floki, same thing. When I did a space with Floki, the guy they sat was like a corporate PR guy. Like he was like talking about building hospitals around the world and stuff. I'm like, that's not a meme coin anymore. You're just turning yourself into a corporation, right? Do people really want a corporation or do they want a meme coin? Part of the reason why Pepe did so well was because it's a pure meme. People had fun with it, right? So I wonder, like Doge is still just Doge. They have no utility whatsoever. So I just wonder, you know, do meme coins really need to build? It seems like when they do, they actually just halt their progress. I don't know. I don't know. It's uncertain at this point. All right, I went pretty long today. Bitcoin fell down a little bit, but it's all right. 28.2, not as high as 28.5. But overall, you know what? I think people are waiting for this Powell speech. That's coming up in about an hour. If Powell says nothing, then it's fine. If he says something bad, I guess it's not. But right now, Bitcoin is decoupling away. It's Uptober, okay? We're off to a great start. And I think it's going to be even better by the end of this month. And November, December will be fantastic as well. This is definitely not time to be bearish. I told you guys, time to be greedy, not time to be bearish. Because we're about to enter the most exciting phase for Bitcoin. And that's coming up very, very soon, right? So stay strong, my friends. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.